Hi everyone, we're here for a flower pour in the bubble edge mold. I have been trying to use this new mica powder from Eye Candy. I absolutely adore it. It's gorgeous, but it's heavy. So it's impacting my flower formation on the outside. So I wanted to give it another go. You know, it's so funny with the weight of everything, how it impacts our pores. So I've mixed up 10 ounces of craft resin. It's a 1-to-1 low viscosity resin. That means I poured 5 ounces of A and 5 ounces of B. I used the same cup. For my powder, I'm just going to do a very, very little bit. I think I've been using too much of it. And all I want to do is drizzle it around the edge this time, I think. Maybe just a tad more. All right. Then I'm going to divide the rest amongst these 5 cups, pretending this is 2 cups worth. So that means I want the largest amount to be in this cup. And then the other cup should have half this amount. And we'll see how well I did this. Gotta pull them a little closer to me to check. Sometimes I get it the first time. Sometimes I have to redo and move things around. I'm pretty close. Pretty close. I need a little bit more in my white cup. So I'm gonna, let's see, let's look at the rest of them. Maybe just a little more here. All right, that looks good enough. So we got our white, we got our magenta, our turquoise, and our shadow. And then we've got our peacock. All right, so those are the colors. All right, let's start mixing them. In my first cup, I'm doing Shadow from Octopus Fluids. It's a resin ink, and I'm doing 4 drops. Oops, I think I dropped 5. All right, next I have from Just Resin these inks. It's just a basic ink. You use it to color resin. I'm gonna give it a little shake up, and then I'm just gonna put, I think, 3 drops in it. And this is the turquoise. The inks are a little tougher to mix in. You do have to work it a little bit more. All right. I tell myself I'm going to put my stick in first and stir it around so all my color doesn't go on my stick. And I forget, you know, old dog, new tricks. All right, so this is magenta, and we're going to do 3 drops of it. Oh, 1, 2. Came out fast. I'm just debating whether we need more color in these. I mean, in the cup, they look a good color. It's just when they're out on the stick. I think I'll add 1 each to these. 1 more, just to make me feel better. I don't want to put too much, because again, we're working with a weight issue. And too much of this ink will weigh down our resin. Let's do 1 more drop. Drop. There you go. Now that I'm looking at that, I think I need less in the white, so I think I'm going to put it back. I keep second guessing myself. All right, for the white, we are using Ocean White. Let's Resin Ocean White. I didn't have the bottle upside down, so it'll just give me a minute to get it moving out. I'm going to use probably like a pea-sized drop and a half. I want it to be a heavy, solid, opaque, bright white. Still don't have it mixed in. What am I doing? I need to have, this needs to have some weight behind it so that it can drop. All right. In our push little bit fuller cup, we're gonna put from Octopus Fluids Resin Ink Peacock 5 drops. Actually, let's do 7. Let's automatically just, you know, I'm gonna say we need one more drop. Might as well just do it. And I didn't put my stick in first, so I'm gonna color my stick. All right, let's do our mica powder, Galactic Ghost Blue from Eye Candy. It's just gorgeous. It's more of like maybe a suspension color, thicker powder. But I'm just going to put just a tad, just a very little bit. I guess I should have showed you. It was really just the covering of the end of the stick. Not lumped up, just lightly covered the end of the stick. Look at that. So many shimmeries. Ooh. All right. So I said, this is what I want to do. I'm going to color the edge of my mold with this. Last time I did this, but I also poured a good bit into the mold. This time, some's going to go in the mold, but most of it is going to be in the edge. Maybe I need to give that a shove around. Kind of even it out around the edge where it didn't go in all the nooks and crannies. I don't want it to weigh this down this time. So I'm really just trying to get as much up into the edge. I do understand it's going to just come back down, but if we can get some of it to work with me, and then maybe just even it out around the edge, that would make me happy. And that's probably as good as we're going to get it. Let's go ahead and pop in our shadow. Oh, I forgot to do our white in our piping bag. I'm just doing this because it's easier for me. If you can pour well from a cup, pour from the cup. All right, here we go, a little snip off the bag. I did not let the resin warm up, so it is going to be loose and it's going to come out pretty fast. So just lightly hold the bag. Tiny little squeeze. You don't need to do much. It's gonna come out. For that one, I'm not gonna go and do a spiral, but for the next couple, I'm gonna spiral. All right, so I'm gonna do half this cup. I'm gonna try to line on the outside of that color or circle twice, and then spiral in. And you know what? Let's do just a circle in between here too. All right. Now we're going to do half of the magenta. We're going to go in again. Circle, circle, spiral in. All right. Let's go ahead and do some of our peacock now. Pour. You know what we're going to do again. Circle, circle, spiral in. My hole closed up a little bit more on that one. All right. Starting to get low. Circle, circle, spiral. I went a little off to the side on that one. Magenta. Now we're getting towards the end, and I don't see a lot of heavy white on the outside. And you remember the last one I showed you that you couldn't really see the outside well? Let's go ahead and do the outside again and just spiral the whole thing in. So we'll do 2 and then spiral. And I do have a good bit of white left, so I said I had a good bit of white. I really don't. We might just use it all. I have to keep adjusting it in my hand. And I spoke too soon. We don't have enough white. All right, let's just start here and spiral. All right, our white is out. Final push needs to go in. And now, last time I used just these dark bits, and I actually think they worked out okay. I think they blended in well, so I think we're going to use these again. I'm going to stand up to make sure I get it in the center. Give it a little shot of heat, not too close to the edge because I love my Julie Cuts mold. Gonna look for my spoon. All right, and hope we get the center right because I won't be able to see it once it pops down in there. I'm gonna watch for some air bubbles from the air pockets. Maybe this needs to go this way a little. All right, now it's gonna disappear, so it is where it is. I'm gonna give this a little shot of heat. Hopefully this time I got enough white around the edge, and I did the sparklies, the shimmers, the galactic ghost blue a little lighter, so hopefully our white will be able to plow through. If you do want to try the eye candies,
I did just get a discount code. I would recommend using it. Usually they have a sale, but it's only on like one color. And I don't like paying full price for anything. It's one of my pet peeves. So if you can use, if you want something there, use the coupon. All right, let's see. I'm going to give it another shot of heat. And then I'll keep an eye on it. It is the bubble edge mold, so I tend to get more bubbles around the outside. If I do, I'll pop them with a toothpick with a tiny bit of alcohol on it. I'm going to just show you what I'm talking about. Toothpick, lay it down, because you don't want to spray it because you'll make problems with it. And you just touch the bubbles and they go away with that tiny bit of alcohol. Dump it back in, go for the next bubble, and just keep that up till you've got them all gone. But it just uses a very tiny bit, so you're not spraying the whole entire thing. Molds like this one, you tend to have bubbles. Lots of crevices and places for the air to pocket, you know? Looks like I might almost have them all. One more over here. Oh, I actually see two more. There was three. Got them. All right. Plowing right along. We'll be back when it's time to unmold it.
All right, we're back to unmold this. It looks great back here, but y'all know, sometimes when it looks great back here, it doesn't look great on the other side. I do think this one has less of the glittery color, so maybe the other side looks okay, not so covered with the glitter, with the sparkly. Oh my, it's gorgeous. It's perfect. And when you move it around, you see more of the glitter. Oh, I love it. It worked out well. Just reducing that amount and putting it along the edge. It still has it everywhere, but you can see through it. Thanks for watching.